You've probably been told your whole life that to get anything done, you need motivation, right? But what if that's not just wrong, but a complete lie? We're going to break down why the very thing you keep chasing might be the exact thing holding you back. Just let that sink in for a second. Motivation is a lie. This is the big idea we're digging into, and it's a real game changer. And hey, if that statement makes you feel a little defensive or a bit uncomfortable, good. That means we're onto something important, a core belief that probably isn't working for you. And that's exactly why you're in the right place.
I mean, think about it. You've been there, right? That massive burst of energy for a new project, a new diet, a new you. You feel like you can take on the world. And yet, somehow, you always end up back at square one, wondering where that feeling went. Listen, that's not a personal failure. It's a failure of this system you're using.
And this, right here, is the best part. This is the good news. Once you see why motivation is so unreliable, you can just stop chasing it. Because there's a much better, way more powerful system. And spoiler alert, you don't need to feel ready to get things done.
So let's get right into it. First, we have to understand this thing I'm calling the motivation trap. And more importantly, why that incredible feeling always, and I mean always, vanishes.
You know this feeling, don't you? It's 10 p.m., you're lying in bed, planning out your entire future. You're gonna wake up early, hit the gym, conquer your to-do list. But then the 6 a.m. alarm clock goes off, and that feeling is just gone. Poof. Why is it so flaky? Why does it bail on us the second we actually need it?
Well, here's the simple, kind of shocking truth. The problem is motivation itself. Because you see, motivation isn't a character trait. It's not a skill you build. It's an emotion. It's a feeling, just like being happy or sad or angry. And what do we know about our emotions? They're totally unreliable. I mean, you wouldn't base your entire life savings on the hope that you'll feel happy every single day, would you? Of course not. So why on earth are we basing our biggest goals on a feeling that completely depends on our mood, how much sleep we got, or just how cozy we are at that moment?
Here's the deal with motivation. It absolutely loves the beginning of things. The new gym membership, the fresh notebook, the excitement of a new idea. But you know what it hates? The middle. It hates boredom. It hates uncertainty. It hates the grind. It disappears the second things get tough or repetitive. And here's the kicker. Real life, real progress, real success. It doesn't happen at the shiny, exciting starting line. It happens deep in the messy, boring, challenging middle.
And what exactly is the middle? Well, it's this. It's the day in, day out grind. It's doing the work when it feels totally uninspiring, when nobody's watching, and when you're definitely not getting a round of applause. Motivation was never designed to survive in that environment.
Okay, so if motivation is a trap, what's the way out? This is where things get really exciting. Let's talk about a far more powerful system. This is the big aha moment. So many of us have this story we tell ourselves, right? Ugh, I'm just not a motivated person. Or, if only I had more motivation, then I could do it. We think the problem is that we're missing a certain feeling.
But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? What if the problem isn't a lack of motivation? What if the real problem is a lack of being okay with discomforts? It's our deep-seated need to wait until we feel like it. It's an issue with resilience, not an issue with feelings.
And that leads us to the solution. This is the core principle: identity. Who you believe you are deep down is infinitely more powerful than how you happen to feel at any given moment. Because when your actions are driven by your identity, you don't need a feeling to get started. You just act. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do we actually do it? How do we make this shift? Let's break down the practical steps to building a new you, one that doesn't rely on motivation at all.
The very first step is just realizing how freeing this is. The moment you let go of the lie of motivation, you're no longer a prisoner to your mood. You don't have to wait for the stars to align or for inspiration to strike. You're free to just start. And the process is actually pretty simple. It starts with step 1, a quiet, private decision. No big announcements needed. Then, step 2, you state your new identity. Who are you now, not who you hope to be? And finally, the most important part, step 3, you show up. You take action to prove it to yourself, even if it's small, even if it's imperfect, especially if it's imperfect. Here's a perfect example. Instead of saying, I'm going to try to work out more, you make a fundamental shift. You decide, I'm the kind of person who shows up for my health. See the difference there? One is a wish, the other is a statement of fact about who you are. That identity is what drives the action. So look, you can think of it like this.
Motivation isn't totally useless. It's kind of like the spark that lights the fuse on a rocket. It's great for getting you started, but identity is the fuel. It's what keeps you going long after that initial spark has faded. It's what sustains you through the whole journey.
All right, let's bring this all home. The real path to change isn't as loud or dramatic as you might think. In fact, it's much quieter, but it's way more powerful. It all comes down to one thing: the power of simply showing up.
So what's the game plan? What can you do right now? First, just stop chasing that feeling. Stop trying to get motivated. Second, stop beating yourself up when that feeling disappears, because you're human, and that's what feelings do. Instead, build habits that are so tiny, so ridiculously small, that they don't feel scary at all. And finally, most importantly, just show up quietly. No fanfare, no announcements. Just show up.
And I really want you to leave with this thought. True, lasting change, it almost never arrives in a flash of lightning. It happens in the quiet, ordinary, boring moments. The moment you decide to do the small thing just one more time. That's the real secret. Motivation is a lie, and realizing that might just be the most powerful, freeing thing you hear all week.